Hi everybody, Kirsty here from Uploads, and I was chatting with some clients last week who are going to be putting their property on the market soon, and I was sort of thinking, gosh, it would be great if we had a resource that told you how to choose the best agent for your house. Especially at the moment, I'm recording this in December of 2022. Market is very different now to what it was a year ago. It's shifting into more of a balanced market, which means that there aren't that crazy amount of buyers for every single house like there used to be. And what it means is that your choice of agent is more important now than ever. So I'm going to rattle off a couple of tips for what I think are the things to really look for when choosing an agent. So number one, I always sort of say if you can interview 2 or 3 different agents, that's great. Because ultimately it is a massive responsibility that you are entrusting this person with. I mean, what other job do you meet someone and then give them a key to your house straight away? I mean, it's almost the same as ours. You meet me and you've given me all your financial information. So you have to feel really comfortable that that's going to be the person for you. So interviewing 2 or 3 different agents is great. You don't want to interview 10. What I would say to look for is look for the agents that seem to be selling the type of house that you have. So not necessarily the type of house that you want to buy if you're going back out there buying it. Who's selling in your area? Who's getting great results? Whose marketing looks good? Go to some open homes in your area. That's a great way to pre-interview agents and really see who treats you well, who's well presented, who knows their stuff. And when you meet the real estate agent, it can be very, very easy to be swayed by the agent who offers you a really cheap commission. I reckon my number one tip for this is don't necessarily be swayed by that. Right now, in this market, more than ever, you need an agent who is fantastic at negotiation. So if they are the agent that immediately offers you the lowest commission, what does that say about their negotiating skills? Be really, really mindful of that. And some of this advice is biased because I was a real estate agent for 20 years before becoming a mortgage broker. So I know this space inside and out, and you want an agent that can negotiate for themselves because it shows that they'll then be able to negotiate really well for you. And a great agent more than covers their commission with what they are able to negotiate for you as far as their commission in selling the home. Because as I say to all my buyers out there looking, the real estate agent doesn't work for you, they work for the seller of the home. Next tip is the marketing. It's really, really important that a property is marketed really well. And the marketing is probably going to be more expensive than you think it's going to be. I've sold a couple of properties this year. And when I got the bill for the internet marketing, I was like, oh my God, it was so expensive. But that is where everybody is looking. So you want to do it right. You want to understand the marketing plan. You want to understand how the marketing is going to be paid for. And you want to make sure that you're really, really happy with it and that the marketing looks bang on. Make sure that you are taking the time to declutter the home. If you're having styling done, that looks amazing. If you're not, just go through with a massive box and remove everything from the home that doesn't need to be there. Personal artifacts, personal photos, all your clutter. I say this looking around my room at the moment, and I'm just about to move and there is clutter galore. I would not be letting a real estate agent or a buyer into my house with it like this. So no clutter. You want someone to be able to come in and imagine themselves living there. Every time they get that sort of, like, oh my gosh, this room's small, or, oh, what's that doing there? It takes away from that sort of happy, heady feeling you want them having of, oh my gosh, I love this house when they walk into it. And the last 2 things that I will say are that you really want an agent who is focused on results. You don't want to sit on the market for forever. You don't want to sell too quickly, but you don't want to sit on the market for forever. But ultimately, you want to know how they're going to get those results. What buyers do they have on their database? What's their plan? What are they basing the price that they're recommending to you on? Like, let's say I thought my house was worth $500,000. If I say that to the agent and the agent's like, yeah, cool, I can get you $500,000. They're just telling me what I want to hear. I want to know what previous sales they're basing it on. What are they going to do to get the buyers in the door? What do they need me to do so that I can present the house as beautifully as possible? You want to know the plan. And that's why I should sit down, chat to the agent in depth. You want to know what research they're basing everything on, what buyers they've got on their database, what the market is doing, and what their master plan is for you getting top dollar. Because that's what you want when you're selling your home. You only really get one opportunity to sell a home, so you want to make sure that you've got the best person working on your behalf. Hopefully that is helpful. It is a really tough decision to choose an agent, but it's a really, really important one.